your wellness source. We are live on Facebook and Instagram, so if you are watching live, say hello in the comments. We want you to participate with us today. We have a special guest, Scott Bradley. He is our representative from Boiron. He's back with us. We're so excited to have him here to talk about allergy season and some of the other most popular remedies that people are walking into TapRoots for because of the seasonal change. So welcome.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for having me back. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So Scott is very generous. He brought swag bags. We have allergy swag bags to give away. And the way to enter is just to comment. You can ask questions, say hello, tell us where you're from, whatever you want is just get on the comments and that will be your entry into the swag bag drawing. Okay, so Scott, let's start out just by talking about some of these most common allergy homeopathic remedies that we have here.
Sure, so it's spring season and homeopathic medicine is actually great for all seasons, but specifically when we're talking about spring season, we're talking about allergies, activity, and we want to be able to combat this with a safe and effective medicine, which Boiron makes through homeopathic medicines. So first off, just leading to what we experience from symptoms, because we treat symptom-based medicine, we're just going to talk about the general allergies, right? So itchy, watery eyes, sneezing, runny nose, itchy throat, nose. That's Rhine allergy. So this is going to kind of throw the kitchen sink of homeopathic medicines that would treat allergies into one box.
So that's several different remedies all mixed into one
combining
tablet.
into one, right? So a bunch of singles combined into one to create this specialty medicine called Rhine allergy. Nice, easy tablets that dissolve underneath the tongue. You can actually use it with other medicines because there's no known interactions to any of our homeopathic medicines. So if someone is like, well, this is really my thing, I use this, well, you can combine it with that.
Right, I love that. We get that question all the time. No known drug interactions, and these medicines have been around for how long?
No, a long time.
Yes.
Yeah. Over a century at this point.
Exactly. Okay.
And Boiron has been around for 80 years, but we've been in the U.S. since the mid-80s. And we do have an array of medicine to talk about today because there's more than just allergies going on. But let's talk about allergies first, right? So pollen is super high right now. I don't know about you, my car has changed colors.
Layer.
Yeah, nice green, yellow tint that I never wanted out of my automobile, but that's what it looks like now. We're going to dive into ragweed with that. So tree allergies in particular are really, really high. So we're experiencing those runny noses, the irritated eyes, and then when we get into that irritated eye, we can actually talk about Optique. Now the very interesting part about Optique is actually this is a sterile medicine that you can use on your eyes and then it won't expire like other medicines that typically expire within 30 days after opening them. Each has an individual package so you can take it on the go with you.
I love that about Optique. Optique is a personal favorite of mine because if you know my story, I have chronic dry eye and I've tried everything on the market and this works amazing.
Sure.
Without, takes the burning away instantly.
Yeah, and I love it too. I'm a big fan of it, just especially this time of year. If I'm out, if I'm mowing the lawn, that pollen is coming in. By the end of the day, I can just feel the amount of cakiness in my eyes, so I use this to flush it out.
Yes.
And one of the biggest things too going on is people are still working from home. Talk about computer eye strain. So when we're looking at those devices, as we stare at our devices right now and talk to you through the interwebs, we actually need to refresh the eyeballs because that glowing screen that's in front of our face at all times, whether it be your cell phone or your laptop or your tablet, this is excellent for that.
Love it.
The other thing that I love to talk about this time of year is histamine. This is a single medicine. So Boiron uses single medicines like we use everything to treat really drive down symptoms. Now this is for hay fever and hives, but it can be used year round. But right now we experience a lot of hay fever, especially as we're out here in Roanoke. There's a lot of farm areas and a lot of people who suffer from this, right?
And you know what I love that Boiron's done? They've packaged all of these remedies, so many different choices of these 30C potencies, the single tubes, but you get buy two, get one free boxes. So thank you for doing that. Well, they're already low cost, and then you go and do this.
Absolutely, it's our pleasure to be able to do that. And one of the biggest reasons is because we want to make sure that people use the medicine through the entirety of their symptoms. Now, you can't take it once and expect it to work, because what we're doing is we're microdosing this into your body. So you want to start it at the first signs and symptoms until the very end of the
Right. So some customers will ask, you know, I'm feeling better, so should I stop taking it at that point?
Yeah, if the symptoms have resided, absolutely.
But if
You
they
don't
still
need to
have a
take it for
little
the rest of your life. But
Right.
if you still are experiencing some of those symptoms, you want to continue taking it. Because one thing that it does in all of our medicines is it reduces the duration and severity of the symptom. So it's not going to knock it out on one trial. You're going to have to continuously microdose it into your system until that symptom resides. But you'll see a shorter term period.
Right. What can you share as far as, let's say they start on one of these remedies this season, and then allergy season rolls around next year, could they expect it would be even less intense next year because this was in their system?
I couldn't really speak on the behalf of that, but that does bring up a good question, because you can all of a sudden use ambrosia right now because tree pollen is typically seen more in the later months of the summer into the early fall, but we're starting to see it kind of creep closer and closer to the spring season. So you could start it now. If it didn't work for you, you may want to try histaminium, or if that didn't work, maybe you go to Rhine Allergy.
So how do you know when to switch to a different one?
When it doesn't work.
How many doses would you, like, how long would
You would
take
want to
it?
give it a decent try, right? You wouldn't want to try it once and say it didn't work.
Right.
You would want to maybe give it a couple days or so.
Yep, okay. All right, so you talked about the different allergy medications and the eye drops. Tell us a little bit about this right here.
Oh, well, this is my wonder drug. I call it my Windex. If you've ever seen the movie that I'm referencing, it's awesome. I mean, literally, my family gets sick of me saying, you could just put some calendula on it. So calendula ointment and cream is what we're displaying here. Now, one of the reasons why I'm displaying ointment is this is a first aid medicine. The big part about the ointment is that it's going to be a little thicker on the outer surface, where the cream is going to kind of dissolve a little bit more into those, you know, the skin layers. So cream has a nice viscous flavor. It's almost going to moisturize more, where the ointment's going to stay on top. So if you burn yourself,
yes,
and it's a mild burn, this is a great thing to use. I've used it several times cooking in the kitchen.
yes, we're out in the grill. You're outside now.
And now it's hitting up, and everybody loves grill season,
Yes.
right? And so we're a little rusty around the grill, and maybe we bump against the side of it, we burn the back of our hand. Calendula you want to have on hand. But also for minor scrapes, so you get out into the garden, you brush against that holly bush or whatever it is that you
Yes.
have out there, you can get those little scrapes, you can put it directly on there.
Right.
But you're in the sun now, right? Everyone's getting back outside because it's beautiful out. All of a sudden that sunburn comes in, that's where the cream is fantastic. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it will knock out a sunburn. I can speak on that firsthand.
Good to know. Tell us, because I know we've been out hiking with the kids and everybody's getting to the mountains around here, so tell us a little bit about the products behind us for that.
So I love an active community for our arnicare. And we do have several products, right? These are our topicals that you can use here. Again, we have a gel and a cream. The gel is going to absorb faster, so those sore muscles that you want to get to it right away. Or if you want to massage into the muscle, the cream is great. Put your spouse to use and tell them, hey, start working on this. The other thing that I'm going to highlight here is our arnicare light creams.
Yes.
Now this is one of my favorites. It's one of our only chewable tablets, but it works for day and night cramps, but also stiffness and muscle exertion. So you're out there and hiking. I got the baby in the pack now. It's an extra 25 pounds, and I'm going up the mountain, and it's feeling it.
Yeah.
I take this to be able to combat some of that over muscle exhaustion.
And you would take that as soon as you start to feel the symptoms.
Yeah, the first signs and symptoms. Yep.
Okay, and then they also have the Arnico buy two get one free pack as well. So these are great for the pills that dissolve under your tongue.
The oral pellets, absolutely.
Yep.
So if you go on that hike and you're going to be sore tomorrow, start taking those.
Start taking it.
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
But then we do have more single medicines that drive down to very specific symptoms. So rust ox for joint pain. If you're in the garden, you're kind of leaning over all day, the low back starts to bother you, you got nerve pain for hypericum, and then you just have general joint pain with browning.
Let's mention this because I think no matter what season is, there's stress.
There is indeed, yeah. So we have Stress Calm. Now Stress Calm is fantastic. It's a natural stress reliever that we can actually combat the calmness of mind and body at the same time.
I love it. So thank you guys so much. I mean, we even have medications for children on up.
Yes, we do. So we actually have Rhine Allergy kits. And then if you always are curious about it, you can go online at boironusa.com and you can look up the directions. So this is for 5 pellets, 5 times a day, and it's adults and children both, and that's our histaminium.
Right, and Boiron also has, we mentioned this last time we were together, their medicine finder app. So if you aren't familiar with it, download it to your device, and it's so easy to go symptom by symptom to find exactly which medicine best fits your
Yeah,
needs.
the medicine finder app is great, but also understand that we are pharmacy owned,
Yes.
and we are also FDA regulated, which means we are held to a higher standard,
Right.
and we produce high efficacy of medicine.
That's why we love it. We are so proud to have your remedies on our shelf. So
We're honored to be in TapRoots, and we always want people to shop local.
appreciate that. Thanks for coming out. I hope you've enjoyed this session where Scott's been so generous with his time to travel to us and just put this information out there, and he'll be coming back. So even comment with, if you missed the very beginning, make sure you're commenting, because we're going to do an allergy swag bag giveaway. So just by commenting, you get entered in that drawing. And we'd love to read your comments about what you'd like to hear about. So what would you want the next session to be about? Tell us in the comments below. And come visit us at 3718 Old Forest Road on the corner of Richardson Drive and Old Forest. You can also reach us online at taprootsva.com. So we'll see you next time.